Last week, Amouranth sent out that she's creating an AI chatbot. Neat, right? Just neat. I'm not shitting on Amouranth in any way, shape, or form. Right? I think Amouranth is she knows her audience. She's obviously very attractive. She knows she's very attractive, and she's capitalizing on the fact that she's very attractive. She is a wildly successful person, and you know what? More fucking power to her. She is diversifying her revenue streams because she knows she's not going to be able to do this forever. She's got gas stations. She's got a company going on. She is fucking killing it. And I'm not here to shit on that. What I'm here to shit on is the fact that she made an AI chatbot. Why? Okay, just why? We already in this country, and not even just this country, in the fucking world, we are experiencing a loneliness epidemic. COVID did not help. Those of you who remember the COVID times, right? It was a rough couple of years. We didn't know. The only massive, sickness epidemic that we had in this country was the Spanish flu, and that was 100 years ago. No one remembered anything like that because nothing was ever documented properly about that. All this information that we came out about the Spanish flu came out decades after, the actual effects of the Spanish flu. So here we are in 2020, and COVID happens, right? Great, no problem. We're all stuck inside. No one knows what's going on. Every other news article coming out is contradicting the day before. Everyone's freaking out. I mean, you've seen the memes. Some of them are great. A lot of it was just copium. I understand it, but this right here is, to me, is just bad. This is just bad, right? And to me, this is going to be, you're going to see this a lot. She's the first one. She might not be the first one. I think there was another person. Fuck if I know. I don't give a shit enough, right? But Amouranth is probably the most prolific content creator on the internet right now, right? Parasocial relationships are already at a massive high with people and content creators. People are attaching and basing their entire personalities on being a fan of this content creator. Look at Dream's fans, right? I don't need to say anymore. As soon as you know I'm talking about Dream, you already know, okay? But already here, right? We're already looking at this. She already had a stalker. Go look through her Twitter page. There was an entire saga about this dude who came into America, sold all of his possessions from overseas, and stalked her. Right? And then she posts this. Oh, I made an AI chatbot, and, it's going to send you nudie pictures and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, you've just said fuck it. Right? You have now given these people no reason to go out and interact and find meaningful relationships. Okay, let's just take a look over here. Where the fuck is this thing I was looking for? All right, this article right here. Okay? This is from the HHS. Okay, look at this shit. We are seeing social isolation has gone up. Okay, and again, I understand. All right, this graph, this information is, we're gonna say 3 years old because at the time of this we're only 10 days into 2024, so you can't exactly say that this is a 4-year-old article because we don't have enough data set from 2024 in order to say this information, but you can roughly see the trend. And I get it. I mean, like, this is coming from COVID, and I don't have the information from 2021 to 2023. I can't, literally, I couldn't find it. But trends don't reverse like this in 3 years. You might see a small uptick, but this is from 2003 to 2020. From 2020. 2020. Is it? Yeah, 2020. Alright, so you had 17 years worth of data coming from this, okay? And in that 17 years worth, you can see that the line was increasing, okay? Just from social, from social, if you look over here to the join points, social isolation, the first graph here, right? You can already see that it was slowly increasing, right? And then COVID happened here. This is probably around like 2019, I would say, around there. Bam, shoots up, right? COVID did not help the social isolation, and I honestly think this was a skewed graph because of the fact that we didn't have anything in 2020. And when they took this, I think that entire year worth of data needs to be given an asterisk. And I understand that from when you're trying to find evidence, this is just cherry picking. It's not really cherry picking though, because no one's done a study like from an actual like government agency in a couple years. So you're gonna see that this is going to like you're going to see that these data come out in some time, right? But anyway, so if you come here, look, I mean, like social family engagement coming from 2003, it's still slowly gone down. I get that COVID didn't help, but the trends don't lie, right? So we come back, and you're already at this point where it's social interactions are going down. So what's from someone who doesn't have friends, and this is sad because there are people out there that just do not have friends. From one way or another, there's just no one in their lives outside of their immediate family, and their immediate family might be absolute dog shit. Okay, you come this, and then it's it's like, oh, I made an AI chatbot. There's zero effort now to be made of why do I need to go out and make friends with another human? I can just pay Amouranth however much fucking money she charges for this, and I can talk with Amouranth, even though it's not fucking Amouranth, right? So then, but the thing that the thing that I'm mad about the most, okay, is that she comes in here in another post. I don't want to pull it up because it's fucking Twitter. Oh, okay, I can do it. Right. The thing that I gets pissed off of me about it, goddamn, oof. She posts a lot of pictures, and again, oh fuck, I went too far. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so the thing that makes me mad the most is that she comes in here and she says, yeah, she made 34 grand. Alright, cool. Again, no fucking problem. She knows her audience. Alright? And if this was it, if she had just said that she made an AI chatbot, yeah, someone else already did it, but you know what? She would have gotten shit on and that would have been the end of it. However, this is where I have the fucking problem. Right? As she comes in there, a lot of people are saying, fuck, god damn it. Alright, fuck Google Chrome. Right. A lot of people are coming in and saying that this type of content is this thing that is the cause of the loneliness epidemic, and she disagree. That's horseshit. Okay? She says this doesn't cause loneliness. It's probably closer to being therapeutic. Okay? It's what people reach out for to refrain from feeling alone. An AI that passes the Turing test is part of the solution, not the problem. That is horseshit. That's not true, right? You're not creating a meaningful relationship with another human being. You are creating a meaningful relationship with a fucking robot. You are talking to a computer. You are not gaining. There is no emotional maturity growing. There's no better communication skills going. There's no feeling of the actual communication pleasure of communicating with another person. You are just creating a bubble in yourself, and this is a robot, right? It's going to eventually learn because it's a chatbot, right? It's going to, she says this influence AI that is not just a chatbot. It's a fucking chatbot, okay? Amouranth, it's a fucking chatbot. It's a chatbot that is going to learn. It is going to adapt to your language. It is going to start creating a profile for you, and then it's going to start recalling this information randomly based off of predetermined text and an algorithm that says, you said this, I should say this. Okay? This is a chatbot. This does not grow. You're not challenged as a person. Okay? You tell a robot this is how you think, it's going to start adapting to what you think, and it just becomes a glorified echo chamber. Okay? Look at all the other robot AIs out there. Right? It's crap. This is crap. And this is the kind of shit that we're going towards. there's another article that I read here. Okay, it's called the death of the third place. All right, let me pull this let me pull this window over here. All right, the death of the third place. Okay, what is the third place? All right, it says it right here. The home away from home. All right. I don't know if you all or whoever watched these fucking videos. Do you guys remember the show Cheers? Right? It was a show back in like the 80s, and it's centered around a bar, and that's where Frasier, if you guys remember Frasier, that's where Kelsey Grammer got his start. It was a spin-off of that show, and it was a wildly successful spin-off. Most spin-offs don't work. But the home away from home was your third place. You had home, you had work, you had your third place. This is where you would go. Every other movie you would see, they went to the mall. They'd go to the beach. They'd someplace where you would go and you would socialize with other people. Okay, the malls. I mean, like in the cliche '80s movies, the malls were always the fucking thing, right? And you know, for the boomers, there was the bars, right? All of these places are closing, or there's such a barrier of entry, right? The mall, I figure, is like the malls are closing because online shopping is becoming a big thing. So physical brick and mortar areas are closing, and even then, they're just not fun. The expectation that you have to spend money in order to do anything is bullshit. Okay, we're sitting there and all we're doing is we're just slowly buying our ways inside of our own houses, our own homes, our apartments, wherever the fuck we live, right? But we don't have, all we're doing is working, and we're either going to work, going to school, right? And then we're coming home. That's it. We can't go to the mall because, well, there's no mall. They're all closed. Oh, we can't go to the park. That got fucking demolished for an apartment complex. There is no third place anymore. Okay? So all we're doing is we're just isolating ourselves. When the internet was created, it was heralded as like, oh, humanity is finally going to be able to communicate on a global scale. We're going to be able to do, we're going to be able to in touch with everything. And I don't agree with that. I don't think humans should be able to communicate with other humans in real time. All right? I don't want to know what's happening overseas. I don't want to know that, Jimmy over there in fucking London, had a fucking beans on toast. I don't give a shit, right? The internet was, in the early days of the internet, it was cool. But then social media happened, and I think social media is one of the worst inventions that humanity ever created. I still believe that we should not be connected on a global scale. We are very simple creatures. We have our tribes. I think we should only be connected to local people in our local community. I think that is enough connections, and that's it. But that's a whole different rant anyway. But so just we don't have a third place, right? Those are all gone. All right. You have a massive loneliness epidemic happening in the world, right? It's not just isolated to America. This is happening literally everywhere, right? And then you have fucking Amouranth creating an AI chatbot, right? And I know I just said it, but you're going to see this more and more. She made $34,000 on this. $34,000. All right, that is a lot of fucking money for a robot that she's not even looking. She's not talking to any of these people. She doesn't know that any of these people fucking exist. And she just made $34,000. Am I mad? I'm a little mad, right? I am a little mad that I don't have an AI chatbot because I'm not super famous, right? But that's neither here nor there, okay? Neither here nor there. This is bad. And no one is going to talk about it. No one is going to sit there and no one is going to say that enough is enough. We as a species, we as people need to not condone this type of behavior. Everyone is celebrating this, and this is bad. This is going to be the start of that scene in WALL-E, right? When everyone's talking to each other on like the fucking screens, and it shows like a man and a woman, and they're talking to each other, and they're sitting on like Skype. It's like a futuristic Skype, and they're sitting right fucking next to each other, right? But they're only talking to each other through this fucking screen, and then when they fall out of their fucking fat chairs, they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. This. You are not developing social skills, okay? An AI chatbot is not going to help you grow as a person, is not going to challenge you intellectually, and is not going to sit there and help you and guide you through life, right? There are no meaningful connections being made with a robot, and it's scary. It is scary, and I'm sad that hardly anyone is bringing this up, and everyone's like, oh well, there's nothing you can do about it. No, right? I fucking disagree. I understand that this is not going to be heard, and that it's just, again, no one's going to give a shit, but I give a shit, and I see the writing on the wall written in the fucking monkey shit, and it's going to get bad. Can you imagine a fucking moist critical AI chatbot? Right? Or a fucking Asmongold chatbot? This is the shit that I'm talking about. Right? Think of like the worst possible fucking thing, and just like imagine like the worst fan base you could imagine, right? Just the worst fucking one, right? Amouranth, his fucking community, it's just a bunch of fucking thirsty weebs, and I say weebs, it's like as an endearing term. She has a lot of thirst people, right? She knows, and again, I understand she knows her fucking audience. I'm not shitting on this, right? I'm not shitting on her. If people want to freely give their money, that's fine. If you want to subscribe to her OnlyFans, that's fine. Right? Whatever. Cool. But a chatbot? Nah, guys. I think that does not need to be a trend that catches on. And I just look at all this shit. Right? This is the shit that I'm talking about. It's just bad, guys. This is just bad. And I just coming back, I mean, look, companionship is going down. Right? I mean, fucking social engagement's going down. Non-household family, this is for extended family, that's going down. Social engagement with others going, like, all of these trends are going down. These are not supposed to be going down. And it just paints a picture of the world how it is now, and the future that we are heading towards. And we are heading towards it with a smile on our faces, our wallets out, and phone in our hands. Because this is the shit that we're saying, oh, this is the future, not realizing that we're dooming ourselves and future generations. And it's going to be a point where the American household is just going to be people talking to each other through a text. No one's going to say words. It's just going to be this. And for me, this is scary. And this has been bugging me for a few days now, and I always seem like it's not gonna get that bad, and then I keep seeing more, and you know what? And I had to say this shit. I had to come out and I had to make a fucking YouTube video about this because I need it on record that I said shit. That I said no. This is bad. Bad. This shit is just bad. And I feel like it's only gonna get worse.